Met this brother yesterday, Brother Keston, and Brother Lance is over here in the corner and don't want nobody to know he's over there. We'll pull him in on another episode. Random Notes, as you know, the season is not just doing music. We're out and about, and wherever my feet land me, unlike a Rolling Stone, is where I'm going to touch base with people and find out what's going on in their world, how it connects with me, and how it connects with you. Say hello to all the Randy Journalmans over in Random Notes land.
Hello everyone over there in Random Notes land. Don't meet you in person, but I'm sure one day we will meet somewhere, somehow. You know, so it's always good blessing and good spirit always.
Now, I appreciate you coming last night to Fashion and Furious. Your spirit is absolutely, I feel so peaceful right now, sitting here with you, as opposed to the hilarity that ensued earlier, which will be another video. Tell us what it is that you do and where you are based at.
I live here in Orlando, Florida. You know, basically, I own my own company. I've been working for myself for 18 years. So, you know, it's something that I enjoy doing, basically. You know, and but my greatest thing that I do is about black empowerment.
All right.
You know, empowering black young men and women about who they are, because most of us are lost.
Gotcha.
So for me right now, it's about, you know, I go where my spirit sends me. You know, I am a free-spirited person, always been. And so, you know, when I was younger, most people didn't like that because, you know, they tried to keep free-spirited people from, you know, raising up, so to speak.
Well, freedom is a hard pill to swallow for some people. Whether it's your pill that you take, or whether it's a pill that you're trying to get someone else to understand you need to take.
True.
And there's nothing more frightening than a free black person.
That is absolutely true. I find that out in many, many different ways, you know, because the thing is that I realize that I grew up in a world where everybody's in a box.
Yeah.
And so once they realize you're out the box, the first thing they want to find out, how did you get out the box? And they try to pull you back in the box because, you see, you're exposing so much things. And you see, my thing is this: I don't walk in fear. I don't live in fear. I don't sleep in fear. I don't wake up in fear because there's nothing to fear.
I'm gonna need some of y'all to rewind that, go back and listen to that again, and then I'm gonna ask, what has been one of the greatest challenges for art, visual, oral, physical art, here within your community, within Orlando?
I'm trying to figure out in what sense when you speak of art. I mean, you're talking about like the culture of art, or
the music, the visual artists, designers, dance, theater, comedy.
Okay. What I find out here basically that most of us, for our people, I'm speaking, that when it comes to art, we shun our designers, okay? We shun African art. Anything to do with, you talk about Africa, most of us don't want to have anything to do with it.
Gotcha.
Okay? Even when it comes to African music, even though we don't realize that a lot of the music that we are using to create what we're creating, it's coming straight from Africa.
Gotcha.
Okay? Because music was invented in Africa. Okay, it wasn't invented in Europe. There was none of those things. They had no idea what these things are. And that's why when you look at the little black kid and you see they hear music, they know how to move to natural rhythm. You don't have to teach them that, okay? Other culture, you have to teach them how to dance because they see you and you just have that natural rhythm about yourself. To them, the first thing they're gonna ask you, how did you learn that?
And there you go.
Okay? Those are the things that we're running from. You see, but as the famous Bob Marley says, you're running and you're running away, but you can't run away from yourself.
All right now.
You see, so that's what we need to do. We need to, when we start to welcome ourselves, okay, welcome our culture, it will turn you inside out.
Okay.
Then you will truly start to getting to know who you are and what you're all about. Because the spirit that you're running from is the spirit that you need to run to.
Okay.
You see? And that, when I go to a place, we have a place here we call Tree Mass, okay? Our wonderful brother, Tim, he owned that place, we call him Bushman, but he have the African arts. He sell the African clothes. He sell everything African. And when you go inside that place, you can feel the African spirit.
I'm gonna need that address from
I will give that to you.
Yes, sir.
I will give that to you. So what I'm saying is that, you know, I know who I am. I am proud of who I am, and I accept who I am. See, so I have nothing to, I don't walk around in wonderment, you know what I'm saying? When I look in the mirror, when I wake up in the morning, I know exactly who I see. And I accept that a long time ago, and so once I accept that, then life is fine. Doesn't matter what the world says.
Gotcha.
You see? Because once you, only you can set yourself free and your spirit free. Once you set that spirit free, then everything is good.
Did you get your answer for my question last night?
Yes.
You guys know either I'm making mashups myself, musical styles, or I'm asking guests about songs and styles. So I asked Brother Keston, and I know you'd said Bob.
Yes. And the reason why I said Bob, because ever since I was very young, it's something about this man, right? That when I hear him talk, when I listen to all his interviews, okay, and I hear him sing, and his songs resonate with me because there was a spirit to the song, you know, of realness, you know. And one of my favorite songs is that only you can free yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our mind.
Gotcha.
Okay? I've no fear for atomic energy, because none of them can stop the time. You see, that song resonated with me because I know that is true.
Okay.
You know, so every song that he sings means something to me, because he wasn't just singing for singing.
Gotcha.
He was singing for freeing his people. You see what I'm saying? So we dance to it, but we don't listen to the words or the spirit of what is coming. You know. So yeah.
So that would be the song. See, I needed more prep time then, because I'm woefully lack in my catalog of Bob Marley. So I'd have been like, oh, shame.
Well, you know, like I said, you know, I'm not a singer. You know, I mean, I sing to myself when I feel like it, really, when my spirit moves me to do so. You know, but I'm not a singer. You know, my thing is to spread the message.
Okay.
You know, I know that I'm a messenger. You know, I mean, I run from it for a long time, but finally,
I ain't got nothing to say about that.
It came full circle.
No comment.
You know, it came full circle. So, you know, that's what I am. I find myself, this is my greatest concern now. My concern is not about material things, because material things doesn't really mean anything to me. I mean, people might find that hard to believe, but I think that is one of our greatest enslaver and one of our greatest capturer is materialism. Once you can free yourself from it, doesn't mean that you don't need things.
Right.
So one can get ideas twisted, but once you realize that those things, they're gonna be there whether you like it, yes or no, but you have to free yourself from them. When you free yourself from them, then anything you want, it will come to you. But when you chase after things, they're always running away from you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, I don't have a Bob Marley song. Meanwhile, can you go ahead and send a shout out to Lance Scurv and who they can connect with to get a hold of you, or how to listen to your knowledge?
Well, you know, they can always meet with Lance Scurv. Basically, he's online. You know, Lance Scurv, I think it's lancescurv.com. You can get on there. He's on YouTube. He's on Instagram. He's pretty much all over the place. On Twitter, everywhere. You know, so
LanceScurv. S is in Sam, CURV. Lance Scurv. Brother Keston, thank you so much. I appreciate it greatly. Hopefully, yes. I didn't take up too much of your time.
No, my sister, you cannot, you know, take up too much of my time, because, you know, what I'm saying is, for me, as long as it's going to contribute to the enlightenment of us, then I always have time for enlightenment. You know, that's my reality.
I'm going to go out on the only Bob Marley that I decently know, and As always, thank you guys for tuning in to Random Notes. Somewhere that'll get edited. If not, y'all used to it. See you at the crossroads. One love,
One heart, let's get together and feel alright. Hear the children crying,
one love,
hear the children crying.
one heart.
So shall it
Let's
be
get
in the end.
together and
Feel
alright. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
That's
You
peace and
next.
love.
I thought I was getting away.
Make sure to check out the Boldest blog at lancescurv.com and follow Scurv on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube under Lance Scurv.